What debts do you have? What did you want to have taken care of for your spouse and kids? And will that happen if you die before you thought you would die? It's very important to think this through. Sometimes unforeseen deaths result in bad outcomes. And there's ways to plan for that. For me, estate planning is more than just the document. It's coordinating everything together, thinking about debts that are outstanding. If you want to retire at a certain age, looking at what sources of income you will have and what standard of living do you want, and do your assets provide for that? Do you want to leave assets on to the next generation? Do you want assets to go to charity? If you have retirement accounts, how should they be designated? And so all these things tie together. And we get a lot into, people with just US-based assets is complicated enough, especially if you have assets in more than one state. But then if you're international, it's important, again, to be coordinated. You can have the right documents, but if they're not coordinated between jurisdictions, are the assets going to pass how they should? Another aspect is smooth transition. Do you want to go through a court process? Sometimes that can be advantageous, sometimes it's not. Do you want to go through assets in more than one jurisdiction? Do you need multiple wills, one will? How do you coordinate, make sure everyone receives equal assets? Different countries have different laws, and so some are harder to plan around, is provided by that local country's laws than others. So right now we have a client that inherited a significant amount of assets from a country that you can't bring the assets over. This client is getting about $800,000 of interest income in a year. And you think that's great. She owes tax on that in the U.S. And she can't bring the interest income right now. We're trying to get sorted to the U.S. to pay the tax. And now, this is the very tough on her.